as I got up this morning, and the thought going on in my head was the new podcast, or what do we call it? Podcast.
Yeah.
The new podcast that we're starting. And I was thinking, so how do you introduce yourself? Who on earth are we? Like, who am I? So, and then I was thinking, I was, the words were going around in my head. I said, okay, I'm a writer, I'm an author, I'm a mum, I'm a daughter, a sister, wife, friend. I was saying, wait, there's more to it than just this, right? Than our professional labels and the roles that we play in this world. So then I was thinking, well, okay, go on, Palak, think more. So I said, okay, I'm a human being, I'm a female. I'm like, wait a minute, there's more to it than just that. And so the thoughts just went on and on and on. And then I was realizing, oh my God, um, when we are talking about ourselves, who we are, it sometimes becomes a challenge because we are I don't know if you could say we are tinted with our experiences. So it's like we human beings are like chameleons. The chameleon adjusts and adapts the colors of its surroundings because it wants to fit in, it wants to be a part of it, it wants to become one, and of course, for safety. And that's what I was thinking, we human beings. Oh, that's my pressure cooker. Sorry. So this is what we human beings are all about. And then I said, wait a minute, I didn't like that analogy. I said, let me try something else. So then I thought, wait a minute, like this. We, keeping colors in mind, we probably um, adapt colors of different experiences in life. So we could be just a plain transparent canvas or a white canvas, and life and experiences throw their colors on that canvas. And sometimes there are scars, sometimes there are lines, but we just have this beautiful canvas of our own personal unique colors. So I'm like, wait a minute, I am a unique piece of art. And so are each one of us. And no two arts are simple. I'm happy with that. I'm happy to live with that. So this is what I am.
I think that's a very good idea. Also, that you're happy with it.
I'm happy with it. Who's going to think about, so what am I beyond this? I'm a soul. Yeah, but then what analogy am I going to give myself of a soul? Soul, I thought a white canvas is all I can think of, or a transparent canvas. And then it's up to me what I want to do with it, rather than labeling myself with what the world labels the skills and the capabilities. But those skills are sometimes conditioned, or you are led to from life's experiences. So I don't want to be just that. There must be more to me than me helplessly being led in life through experiences. So that's where the thought process was going. But
I had a session the other day with a person, and we were also talking about this in the Dragons and Crystals workshop that we did. And something very interesting came up, which was the multi-dimensional beings that we are. So we have it's like we're experiencing different realities at the same time. And the one we know, like this one, can tune in with all of those and download information and pick up information from all of those realities, which is not just another world or another time or another lifetime, but also in this same lifetime, in different experiences in the past and the future. So you're in tune with all that, that time frame, which is actually like a sphere. It's not like linear. So literally, it's like an infinite potential that we are. We are that infinite potential of everything. And we just tune in, or we prefer to download certain, as you were saying, certain colors into this one. And so we have this property to actually be able to tune in to what we need in each moment and download that information. And I think so we are that capability, more than being one fixed thing, is that capability of downloading or choosing from an infinite potential what we want to manifest. So it's like that's will that decides what to manifest here through this body that shows also a shape that adapts to that potential. I think that's how I conceive it right now, at least.
True, true. And it is such a challenge, isn't it? To though we all believe that, but the challenge comes on how. How do I do it? But how do I do it? You know, when you're feeling stuck, especially because, but how?
Yeah, I think that that's the most amazing thing about imagination in my experience, because it's like yeah, you have this moment, this present, and all those conditions and limiting beliefs and everything, and you think that you are all that. But what if you give yourself permission to imagine something else? How would you react if you were different? How would you react if you were free? How would you react if you were abundant? How would you act if you were happy or if you trusted? How would you act if you were that? So tune into that being, that, into being that, and then your life will manifest it. So how to do it? Well, taking a breath, giving yourself a minute, like, oh, this is happening. I'm limiting myself with this and that. I'm scared of this and that. So I just breathe and I trust that there was something will come up out of myself that will show me that I can tune into a different being. But I have to be brave enough or courageous enough to experience that shift, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
Well, when I thought about this question, who are you? The first thing I did was I sat down and I made a list of my answers to those questions. So I would encourage anyone listening, pause the video and take a minute and write down who you are. And it's all aspects, like Palak said, you're a mother, you're, a writer, and just stream of consciousness. And then when you're done, one of the things that I thought about was, did you put anything negative in there? Like that something you were unhappy about? Did you pass judgment on yourself? Did you have other people's perceptions and judgment on you, on who you are? And then to me, the answer to the question of who are you is, who do you want to be?
You choose.
So then I sat down and I made a list of I am, because when you're manifesting, you always put it in the present tense, even though you may not be those things yet. And I am. And then I wrote a list of all the things that I am working on becoming and want to become. So I would encourage you to make that list, because then you have some direction on where you're going. And I mentioned judgment earlier, and I think that's really important. Don't judge yourself and don't judge others, and don't listen to how other people judge you. Be true to your own feelings and your own self. And when you have dreams, you don't necessarily want to share them with people that are just naysayers, because you need to have support for your dreams and who you want to become. So I think it's limitless as far as who you are and who you want to become. But it's great to be aware of where you are, and more importantly, where you want to go, so you can manifest getting there.
I think that's amazing.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Also,
Very right. Very well said.
yeah, you were talking
Yeah.
about becoming and about who you want to become. And I think that there's a part inside of us who already are that, in a sense. Like, I want to be a writer, I want to be an actress, I want to be a singer. There's a part of us that is already that desires and longs for that experience. So we really need to tap into that thing that is already there. So when you say I am this, you tune into that part that already is that, and it enhances that. And so you are already being that. So
Right.
I am
And then you
already.
have to take baby steps. You have to take baby steps in the direction of that, and enhancing that part of you that's already inherently part of you. You must take steps towards that
Yeah.
vision.
How do I become more of that I want to be? but I am already that, I already do that. I already feel that. But how do I manifest it more? How do I become more of it? How do I show it more? And being that and in tune with it is what's going to inspire us to do those steps, those baby steps, to become more and more and express it more and more. So I think that's very interesting, to tune into what we already are that we long to be.
And it's like, I could take an analogy of a seed. Uh, this is what I think was taught in Vedanta. In a seed, we all are like seeds. We don't know our potential, because obviously a seed doesn't know that it could grow up to become a tree, but with the right water, soil, sunshine, etc., look over time what it grows up to be. But did that seed know at that time its potential? No. So I guess we're like seeds, and if we want to fulfill and manifest our desires, there is potential and capability between us. And if we feel we don't, we can work towards it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. So I think it's a very interesting point to start this, podcast or these videos, this series of videos, to start like, what would we want to be more? Or what are we becoming?
True,
And
true.
inviting people who are seeing this to actually think about that. And if anyone wants to share or text us those thoughts, we'd be very glad to read them.